Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and making some really good trades. And let's dive right into the analysis here. As you guys can probably tell, the markets struggled today, even with the dovish pal today. We ran right into that 20-day moving average, and the trend is losing so much momentum here. So there is definitely some bigger problems on the horizon. If the market decides to take a dump lower and to continue the push down, then we are going to have a buy area down here between 480 all the way to 461. So it really depends how long you're really willing to wait. Maybe you'll wait to the previous all-time high retest before we get a bounce, or is this the significant top that's being put in and you just want to short now and you're waiting for the market to crash, right? When we look at the daily time frame on the SPY, you can see diminishing green money flow now. The bull case is definitely being hurt. After today, even with the dovish pal, it's tough. It's tough for the bulls now. And even I think that we still have a good chance of going higher. But after today, that could have broken the markets after this rejection. When we take a look at the after hours, we are currently up. We are 27 basis points on the Dow. S&P up about 37 basis points. Nasdaq up about 44 basis points, and then the Russell 2000 up about 45. But overall, if we continue to get rejected and we continue to push lower, and the longer we remain under these moving averages, the more likely it is that we are going to continue to get pushed down here. And I know that I've said a lot of bullish things, and I am still bullish, right? We are still in the buy area on the Dow Jones. If the market wants to stop us out, then we'll stop out. But until then, we can continue to push higher. Let's take a look at the yields at the moment. I believe the yields had a good spike up today, but it looks like they're starting to roll over right now in the after hours, but we don't have any significant confirmation just yet. A significant push lower with a confirmation, that would tell me that maybe the highs are in for yields. That's kind of what Powell said today, but he needs more data to show that cuts are warranted, and right now they are not warranted, right? Let's take a look here at the DXY. The DXY actually continued to push higher and then had a big drop today, gapping open, at the moment and still holding support. So I still think that it could technically continue to push back up and make one more high, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that's even possible. If the crypto market, sorry, not the crypto market, if the stock market starts to rally up, and we see the DXY break below this level, then we'll have a significant high in place, and then we should be all good. You should stay calm, don't panic too much, and your longs should play out. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Today was a very significant day, in my opinion, for the market. The bulls really had a good shot. They tried to rally up, but ultimately failed. Let's take a look here at not the Russell 2000, the SPY on the wave edge. So significant selling last couple of months. Now we're starting to get a retrace. I'm not seeing any significant buying on the 4-hour time frame. Only a little bit on the 1 hour, and then we've already gotten a bounce from there. Is this all? Is that all she wrote? And now the market's getting ready to reverse lower? Could be possible. Could be. But when we look at the triple Qs, I think it's a very similar situation. Same thing for the IWM. But IWM didn't make a bit of a lower low. It's continuing to make higher highs and higher lows. But if we gap down at the open tomorrow, then that's going to be a big problem. And then if this low breaks, that's your pivot. That's your line in the sand to trade against. And then we're going to be set to go lower. Fundamentals are really struggling right now for the small caps. Yields need to go lower, but they just can't. Maybe we'll get some hot unemployment data tomorrow. That's gonna help the market out. We'll see. We'll see. The market is very data reliant. The Dow Jones, in my opinion, if it's really going for that double correction, then I'll actually label a buy target for you guys out right here. Let me just label one now. So if we do end up breaking this level here and we want to go lower, then I'll give you guys an opportunity to potentially buy the dip on the Dow Jones, because nothing is going to go down in a straight line. I don't think the market's going down in a straight line, and I really doubt that it's going to do that. Because economy, according to Powell, economy is strong. Why would the market crash, right? And let's take a look here. We'll just print this up here. So if it does end up doing this, then you have a buy area at 363. But to me, this would mean that the high is in the market, and what you're gonna start doing is you're creating an impulse down, right? If this goes down here, then you possibly are not doing the double correction, but you're gonna be doing something like this, and then you'll end up creating a whole cycle lower. You're gonna get a very big bounce, but that bounce will fail. All right, let's see here. So what right now, cycle looks like it's reset. Let's see if it can push higher. If it can't, and that's all she wrote for the market, and then we'll move on. Let's take a look at some individual names today. Let's get over here to the individual names. Apple was down 60 basis points. Nothing too much, nothing too crazy here. I think Apple should be headed down in this wave 3, but we'll know more if it breaks divergence. Then that's it. This thing is going to impulse lower. Meta right now holding up quite nicely. I actually had drawn out a count here, and it is currently in the buy area, but I think this is all messed up, and I gotta delete this count here, and I'll redo it later. Taking a look at Tesla holding up quite well. I have a buy area for you guys down here at Tesla for I believe 159 all the way to 169, and then that level should hold if we are going to get a bounce from it, and then we should continue higher from there. Nvidia coming back into the buy area here, doing a lot of sideways consolidation, could just be extending the wave 4. Just here, wave 4 like this, and then we should impulse out here, but we'll see. And let me cover some crypto miners. Actually got pretty punished today with the Bitcoin dropping all the way down to 57,500. Currently it's holding, Bitcoin's holding at the $57,000 level, and the crypto miners were down, but not down as much as I thought they would be. Mara was actually in the green today, but I was actually expecting like a significant drop, like 20% in the crypto miners, but I guess there's just not that much selling here. So anyways, if the miners can get back down to these levels, I'm still interested in getting into some longs. I don't think that the crypto market's going to collapse so suddenly, but I can be wrong. Let me cover Roku. Let's actually take a look at Roku. Roku is actually up 2.5% today, but overall it seems to be struggling as it's starting to run into that 20-day moving average. We had earnings and then it collapsed on earnings, but overall it's holding up. If we continue to push higher, I'm very bullish on Roku, and I still think that even though we cracked this pivot here, I entered another trade. I do have my stop set, but if we continue to push higher, this is going to be really nice. When we take a look at Roku on Wave Edge and Market Cipher, I believe, our Market Cipher is looking a little bit bearish still, but Roku on the 4-hour showing a significant amount of buying here. Daily time frame, similar situation. And then let me just check the larger time frames. I don't think we have any larger time frame buying, but overall, Roku is already so beaten up, and I think this is a great risk reward opportunity. All right, I'm very tired today. If you guys can't tell, I had a long day. I just want to do a video here for you guys. SFCI had earnings and seems to be pushing down lower here. Let me take a look at the chart very quickly before we continue. And I think someone requested another name, Affirm, so I'll take a look at that one as well. But now, the wave 4 is invalidated in my opinion. So this impulse down should be finished. And all this should be, if this is done, then we should be in a 1-2 setup, and we should actually come out of this, right? So this should be bullish for SMCI. Something should happen, but if the SMH sector doesn't hold up, then SMCI is going to follow the market. And right now, the SMH does not look that great at the moment. You can make the case that this is an ABC. Some people are making a case that the ABC is already done, right, with this impulse down. And now what you're getting is another 1-2 setup, but the market is not looking too hot right now. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see who's right. Again, my buy area is all the way down here for the SMH if this ends up playing out. Let me take a look at Affirm now. RM, Affirm. Okay, so Affirm. I don't have any counts here for Affirm. Let's actually run Affirm. Let's actually run Affirm through Market Cipher and see what we can get out of it. Yeah, it kind of looks like a wave 4 right now. It could pop up to the make a nominal high right around 59. and I wouldn't be too surprised if it does do that. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, and you're actually in the bottoming process for a firm too. So actually, a buy here wouldn't be that bad, you know, to be honest. So I think a firm is finishing up the wave 4, and what you're gonna get is should get an impulse higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, should continue to push higher here for a firm. Price targets. We'll just do some very quickly here. Just very quick. Just drag this down here. So just roughly. I'm not going super accurate, but a firm should essentially continue higher into this level, 68 to 92, and then you should be all set. Once you get to here, then you should get a pretty big sell-off back down with a corrective move. Okay. All right. Let me take a look at the TLT here and yields. So again, yields retraced a bit today. Pushed up a little. They retraced and then kind of pushed back up near the end of the day. Slight update today, up 39 basis points on the TLT, so nothing too crazy. But once we see a big impulse out in the wave 3, then we will know that the high is in. The low is in for TLT, and the highs are in for the yields. Right, so inverse. So we'll know more tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a little bit of economic data coming out. We have unemployment claims. And we also have, I believe, let me see, on Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm payrolls, unemployment change. So non-farm payrolls are going to be super important for the market here. So we'll see. We'll see if everything can hold up and continue to push higher. If not, maybe yields are really going to go, continue to break down. And if we do break down here in the TLT, and the TLT pushes down another 2%, we break my level, then in my opinion, we could have a melt up in yields, and then the outlook for the market becomes very grim very quickly, and we're going to see bond yields spike up tremendously, and then you have a market crash scenario because there's no way the market's going to survive these kinds of interest rates. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. I'm going to get some rest, and I'll probably give you a more enthusiastic update tomorrow. I'm just a little bit tired today. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.